product photography does not have to take you all day to complete. It does not have to take you many, many days to complete. In reality, it should only be taking you 10 minutes, maybe 2 hours, depending on how large your project is. In today's video, I want to talk to you about how you can batch your photos to save you time, to save you energy, to maximize your time so that you can get more done. I hear it from many, many, many product-based businesses, many service-based businesses that are venturing into product photography. Ashley, it takes so much time to do. So much time to do. So today I want to talk to you about how to batch it all, how to organize a little bit, and how to make the most out of your time. If this is your first time joining us today, my name is Ashley and I own Ashley Green Company. I am a product photographer and video marketing strategist, and I help product and service-based businesses just like you make more sales and get more visible online with beautiful photos and strategic video marketing. If you're product or service-based businesses, hit the like button so I know that this content was beneficial to you. And I invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can continue to get information on product photography and video marketing. Don't forget to click the bell so you get a notification too. For a video coming out each week, each Tuesday, you get a new video. Okay, so batching. What does batching mean? So batching is basically grouping your tasks, grouping your projects so that you can get the most done. And essentially, you're going to be saving yourself time. An example is if I'm a product-based business and I have 5 orders come in one day, right? And batching would be I essentially make the order, okay, and then I make it, but I style it, I put it together in mind that I'm going to take a photo of it first before sending it off to the client, okay, or before sending it off to my customer, okay? So I make the order knowing that I'm gonna photograph it, okay? In a stylistic way, I make the order. I then photograph the orders. I have 5 orders. I style them all, put them all together, and then I move on to photographing the orders. And then I go to mail the orders, okay? Again, batching. And then I edit the photos, and then I schedule those photos to post, okay? I don't do one and then do the other because I'm not really saving myself any time. I'm using more time, okay? So example for service provider is you can batch your tasks too. So if you're offering product photography for clients, you batch your tasks too. You prep your products, you photograph, you edit, you send proofs off, and then you have additional edits by client or by task. Okay, so if I have 3 clients in 1 week, I batch my task. I prep all the products. Okay, then I photograph all their products, and then I edit all their products, and then I send them off. Usually I edit and photo and send off on the same day. Okay, so that you're grouping like-minded tasks. Okay, and this will look a little bit different for everybody, but the concept is the same. Okay, it is the same. It allows you to save a ton of time when moving through projects because you know what you have to do. You don't have to think. You're just boom, 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 moving on, okay, to the next thing. So how can we easily do this on the day we're going to photograph or film, right, to maximize our time? How do we do this to make sure we're using our time strategically and we're not wasting even more time? Because y'all, I got into this too, and I needed some help to really maximize my time. I have 2 kids, right? There are certain times during the day that I can work, and there are some days I can work a little more, some days where it just don't happen because I have 2 kids, okay? So one, give yourself grace. You'll be fine. But I want to dive into 2 ways that you can really maximize your time that you have control over. Okay, that you have more or less control over. So number 1, set up a small studio. Have it set up, have it ready to go. Because if you have to spend your time setting up your equipment or figuring out where you're going to photograph if you're using natural light, or even if you're setting up where you're going to set up your equipment, you're wasting time. You're spending too much time. So have a small studio set up, or know where you're going to photograph. Like, you know exactly what time you're going to photograph, you know exactly when you're going to photograph, you know exactly where you're going to photograph. Okay. If you're setting up a small studio, have that studio set up with all the things set up, backgrounds, lights. If you're using a table, set it up in your office or your garage. If you're using natural light, wherever you have that space, you know where you're going to get low light, have it set up there. Everything's ready to go. And then it stays set up. Keep it set up. Okay. That way, when you're finished with the product, you style it, you photograph it, you're like moving through things. Okay. We're all about moving. We're all about keeping that flow. Okay. Timer went off. At the recording of this video, we're potty training. So the timer went off, but okay. And then when you're ready to edit, okay, you've sent it off already. When you're ready to edit, then you have that scheduling time when you're going to edit all the things. Okay, this will allow you to book photos, book edits, so that you're really maximizing that time, okay, and those efforts. If you have larger items, again, have that designated space pre-planned out. Okay, so you can take a look at my set here, and this is always set up. Okay, I used to tear everything down and then set it back up, and I was wasting time. So it stays up. That's where it's tucked in my office, ready to go. So for props, if you use props, make sure they're organized and easily accessible. Okay, next video, we're going to talk about organizing those props and how to make that efficient too. But organize your props so that they're easily accessible to you. You aren't hunting around for things. Here's a quick look at how I used to organize my props. Everything was in this one bin, right? And I'd have to dig to the bottom to get to usually the educational resources that I use the most. Not fun to tip number 2. Batch your time, so group your time and schedule your time. We talked a little bit about this too, but you need a plan. Okay, so sure, you don't know when orders are going to come in. Totally get it. I totally understand. And I also understand that sometimes the days don't work out in our favor. Like, totally get it. Or things happen, get it. But you can still have a plan. You can still have an idea. Okay, so a friend of mine, she owns a very, very successful and busy gift box business. Those photos aren't hers, they're mine, but she owns a gift box business. She doesn't have kids, so she's able to work all day, anytime she wants, but she still batches. She still groups her time and her tasks. So she works on client orders every day or every few days. She photographs in her studio, and then orders go out, I believe, every Friday, right? Her customers know this because she's active on her Instagram. She lets them know when they're going to go out. She's communicative, and so everybody knows, okay? But she batches her time. If you have kids running around and you can't work all day, it's just not possible. That's fine. But this is where time blocking and batching will really come in handy for you. Really, really. I'm going to give you some suggestions, but you need to make this fit for your schedule, for your life, because we're all different, right? Our days are all different. But an idea or some suggestions is to set aside some time each day for filling your orders, or every other day, okay? Sometimes you may need every day. Sometimes you may need every other day. Some days you may only need 3 days a week, okay? It all is going to depend. Set aside an hour to 2 hours, depending on your quantity of orders, to photograph them, okay? Just photograph. No editing, no posting the pretty photos. Yes, I would do stories and behind the scenes, totally would do those, but don't post those pretty pictures to your feed and then spend 20 minutes writing your caption. No, that's for later. Okay. And then 1 day a week, maybe 2 if you need to, at the end of the week or midweek, whichever works best, edit your photos and schedule them to your social media, your Pinterest, wherever they need to go. Okay. And then ship your orders 1 to 2 designated days a week. Okay. So whether it's you're going to ship on Fridays, whether you're going to ship on Mondays and Fridays, Wednesdays and Fridays, up to you. The schedule's up to you. This is to give you some tangible ideas on what you can do. Okay. For me, as a service provider, batch based on task. So on day 1, I prep and I plan. Day 2, I photograph and film. Again, all the clients that I have that week. Day is edit, or the next couple days is edit, and then send out for review. Usually it's by the 4th or 5th day, they go out for a review. Okay, and then any additional edits that the clients needs. This helps me stay focused, use my time wisely, especially with 2 babies. It has to be done. So I want you to look at the system for your business. What's going to work best for your business? Use this as a tool. Use these tips as ideas. Use them to give yourself a foundation. Okay, look at what's going on in your business, what you need to do in your business, what works best in your day, okay, your week, your personal schedule, to start batching and organizing your time, batching and organizing your tasks so you can still get those professional looking photos even if you're busy filling orders and raising your family. So that's all I have for you today. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button so that I know that it was helpful for you. Don't forget to click subscribe and the little bell so you can get a notification on every week that I have a new video out on product photography tips and video marketing strategy. I will see you in the next video.